Hey guys, it's Ashley. Eloise decided she didn't want to take a nap right away, so I thought that I would maybe film a video. I've been thinking about filming for a while. I thought about writing a post, and then as I would get started, the writing would be really circular, and I can't promise that this video won't be that same sort of confusing way. But yeah, I was posting on Instagram that, you know, it's just crazy to think about how this time last year, Eloise, I think I was like 16 weeks pregnant. We were just finding out we were having a girl. And, you know, after all the stuff that we had getting pregnant and staying pregnant with her, that it just seemed insane. And we've never really had like a hard end to how many kids we want to have. We always thought, you know, we at least wanted two because we both come from families with two. Steven has a brother. I have a younger brother. And after I had Eloise, it was hard. You know, she was your typical needy newborn. She didn't sleep well. She nursed around the clock, which I had a lot of trouble with this time around, and I know that I've written about that. I had a lot of trouble with the around the clock nursing. I just couldn't handle it. I just felt like, I think after having a 5-year-old and then having all those years, you know, trying and being pregnant and just having my body not be my own, it was like the last thing I wanted to do to cluster feed for hours on end. And so, you know, a lot of people just kind of assumed when we had Eloise that, well, we're done. And we kind of felt that way too for a while. We were like, yeah, we don't want to go through all of this again from the start until, you know, the end when you get this sweet little babe. But we were like, you know, I think maybe we're done. But as time's gone on, I don't know what it is. Like, there's just this part of me that feels like 3 kids would feel right for us. I don't know how to put my finger on it. I don't have that many examples of families with 3 in my own family. Steven comes from a larger family as far as, you know, some of the units in his family have more. My dad was one of 5. His mom was one of 7, I think. Yeah, so anyway, we have a lot of our friends around us that have 3 kids or more kids. We also have friends with 2, but regardless, we've been thinking about the whole, like, are we done yet thing, because, you know, it comes in for birth control reasons and for planning reasons and even for health reasons. So we're starting to kind of just mull over this question, even though Eloise is only about 7 months old. One thing that really is on my mind is that we never truly discovered why I was having so many miscarriages. Obviously, you know, something worked. The baby aspirin and the progesterone did end up working, but there's this part of me that wonders from a health perspective, if we did decide to have more kids, that I should probably investigate just what's going on with my health. I think I'm healthy. During my whole pregnancy, I had a lot of, like, you know, I've written before, GBS. And I wonder if maybe having high bacteria counts had something to do with miscarrying. I wonder sometimes if I have something going on that just wasn't caught by the preliminary blood work. You know, we were supposed to do a lot more testing when I did end up getting pregnant with Eloise. So if we did decide to have another child, I would definitely want to go back and get some medical testing just to make sure that, you know, there's nothing major going on with me. There's another aspect of that where, you know, if we did want to have a 3rd child, we would want to do it relatively soon. I know that a lot of people wait until their late 30s and even beyond to have kids, but with everything we went through, I feel like we want to do it relatively soon. I wouldn't want to necessarily wait until the risk of miscarriage increases again. I'm 33, so I could see maybe getting pregnant when I'm 35, maybe like a 2.5 year kind of thing. But then you think about all the stuff of, like, you know, handling 2 kids is really hard already. What would 3 be like? What are you jumping around? you know, we'll need maybe a bigger car. I mean, we have a van, so probably we wouldn't need a bigger car, but like everything just kind of goes up, you know. You don't have a family of 4, you have a family of 5, and I feel like the world isn't as set up for larger families. We do have a 4-bedroom house, so we have enough space, but we would have had enough space, you know, kids can share rooms and stuff. We definitely would not try ever to have a 3rd just for the sole purpose of having a boy, though. That's not something that is factoring into this equation at all. Yeah. I don't know. Once Eloise has hit 6 months, it's like the clouds have parted and we're like, you know, I don't know if we want this to be the last time. We love our little people. But at the same time, I think about things like, you know, I already can't give as much attention as I used to Ada. It's different. I don't give as much attention to Eloise as I gave to Ada when Ada was a baby, and then like at 3, how would that change? I don't really have anything insightful to say. It's just more this nagging feeling of, are we done? And will I ever really feel like I understand and can totally accept that we are done, even if we had 3, 4, 5, or 6 kids? Obviously, we're not going to have, we would never have more than 3, just because I don't think I can handle more than 3. I don't even know if I can handle 2 or 1. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a question for you people out there who maybe have more kids, or maybe you have 1 and you're done, or 2 and you just know you're done. Like, I want to know, how did you get that feeling of being in total resolution with it, or did you not? You know, and I don't know. It's hard. It's just one of these life decisions, and for a lot of people, you know, the decision isn't really a decision. It just happens, or on the converse, maybe you want more and it's not happening, and that's something that maybe we would have to face as well. I just don't know. I'm getting a text. Anyway, yeah, so these are all the things that are going through my mind. I don't think if we even were to try for a 3rd, I think we would wait until Eloise is 2. I think, you know, I don't think I can handle kids closer than 2 years in age, but I don't know, you know, anything can happen. I think one of my first steps would just be to talk to my midwife, which I had kind of mentioned in my 6-week postpartum appointment, because I just want to know a lot of things, you know. Should we investigate me more? Should we just be cool about it? I still had like GBS after I had her. Like, am I rife with bacteria? Is something wrong with me? I feel healthy. Everything seems to be going fine. Eloise never got any of the ill effects of the fact that I was GBS positive throughout my entire pregnancy, despite lots of antibiotics and high colony counts. This is probably TMI, but to me, I think that might have something to do with it, because it was just resistant, and I still had it, and so I need to investigate my health. And then from there, we really need to think about our family, we need to think about our budget, we need to think about the effects it would have on our little ones, we need to think about our own abilities as parents, and it's a lot. And so I think this is more just me starting the discussion with you guys. If any of you have more sage advice to give me, or just experiences, I'd love to hear them. So feel free to leave a comment, and I guess stay tuned. This is going to be a talk that I'll probably have again in the future. We're gonna try that nap again, right?